I am gonna need all this water because good gravy. It's nice out. It's just hot.
The sun isn't even out yet.
Can we trade positions under the sun? That would be awesome.
Yeah, like you just have to cross an entire ocean.
Wicked.
Don't worry, I have this superpower that can send the sun over real easy. It just takes about 24 hours or so for it to get there.
I could do the same thing. It's called a nap.
Welcome to Upload, a adventure taking place within the Immersiverse. At the moment, we have Pete, we have Soul, we have James, and yeah, let's get to it. We drag you on over to.
Welcome back, guys.
Yep. Last time we were in the town, and you fended off the
There we go.
what did I call it? Black Hat Syndicate. There we go. And there was some suspicious things happening nearby, such as a missing blacksmith, a knight that seemed to arrive at a bit of a convenient time, and a strange shield that depicted the end of the world.
And that shield that it actually had now.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Do
right.
you have it out at the moment, or like in a bag?
I actually haven't decided.
Because if you have it out right now, I just want to remind you real quick that the knight's right there.
I'll say it's in the bag right now.
Alright.
Perfect.
I mean, it's an ominous shield that shows the end of the world. Why would I have it out?
We'll steal his sword too in his sleep.
We're just gonna
No,
rob
don't
this
do
night
that.
guy.
And we are going to cut over Pete's character, who has just arrived in town as they continue to run away from their past.
Nope.
And you see a blacksmith, a town hall, saloon, salon, and an inn. Is there any particular one you would wish to enter?
Which ones have the light? Which ones are open right now?
I mean, town hall isn't really doing anything, but all the other buildings are open.
There's like a bunch of weird noises going on from the inn right now, so maybe I'll take a look at the saloon. Maybe there's people here that know directions or something.
Alright.
Because this place is not exactly where she was hoping to end up, but it'll do.
Walk into the saloon, there's a few patrons sitting at tables. You have a human with a lyre, harp, I forget which one it was. One of those. Talking to the owner of the saloon.
Liar.
Trying to get it. Yep, liar. Not calling anyone a liar, that's just the instrument. Currently talking to the owner of the saloon, trying to get a job playing some music here.
What's the football guy doing?
He's just kind of sitting at a table, enjoying some food, such.
I'll walk over to the liar guy, leave the door open a little bit because there's like a couple little things following me.
Alright.
Wait, it's so tiny. It literally... This is so tiny I can't even see the icon.
Yeah, they are quite small, unless you like zoom in all the way.
Yeah.
Yes, right
It's
there.
just wonderful.
That right there.
Hi. They're cute.
Well, she just kind of like walks up to him. She's pretty obviously a little winded. There has not been a place around to rest in a little while. Kind of the middle of nowhere, it feels like.
Yeah.
Is there something I can help you with?
She looks around the place another time, and pulls a canteen out of her bag that she's got with her. Is there any place I could fill this up at? Like a tap or something?
The owner takes out a barrel that seems to have some water in it and just starts filling up the canteen for you.
Excellent. She fills that up, pulls another one out. It's also empty. It's just the two of them, don't worry.
Alright, that one fills up as well.
Okay.
Imagine it feels like a secret third one.
She fills that up, she leaves it uncapped, turns over to one of the cubes over here, and they like sort of gather in one place, and she just kind of like pours the water on top of them. She looks back and she's like, they were thirsty too. And here she just sits down over...
I give an awkward thumbs up, unsure what I just watched.
You just watch the sick person water some eyeball cubes. Don't worry about it.
It's
normal.
She goes over to an empty stool and sits down, pulls a bunch of more papers out of her bag. They all look like outdated brochures.
The things seem rather nice here. You notice on the wall there is a flyer that's hung on the wall, and the people over in the inn just saw the knight hang up one of these flyers. It is a job advertisement to help with hunting a monster in the nearby area. Apparently there's been a large bug-like creature that's been terrorizing the nearby vicinity.
Interesting. She spends a few minutes looking at another, like, old... It looks like a bunch of advertisements for cars. And her eye just kind of, like, drifts over to the poster a little bit. It must be of some interest. She gets up and has a look at it.
Alright, yeah, you have a look at it, and
the cubes gather under her feet too. They seem interested.
Right. I'll gather around, and you look at it a bit closer, and it seems like the reward for helping out is unspecified, but it does say that there is indeed a reward.
Nate. Unspecified reward.
Unspecified reward. Interesting. This might take a minute to read over. She pulls the tax off the
Unspecified
poster
are sometimes the best kind.
and takes the poster down and holds it up, holds it down to the cube so they can look at it too.
Aww. Wait, can the cubes even read?
They have eyes. I don't know if that means they can read.
They're kind of all eye.
They might not have enough brain cells to actually parse it, but...
Yeah, they see that there are words, they just don't know what the words mean.
But they also seem interested, so she just kind of folds the poster up and, like the other brochures, and puts it in her bag. Did the poster say to, like, ask for anyone?
It did say that, it did say to meet the knight in the center of town the next day, basically. At first flight, as it says.
So it's a fresh one. That's probably why she noticed it.
Yeah, it was like, compared to all the other flyers on the wall, it was very bright, it wasn't dirty at all, it was just...
Makes
just
sense.
put there not too long ago.
So yeah, she will, I guess, just walk right back out. Hopefully that water did not cost anything.
Yeah, it was free.
And if she's got to wait at the inn anyway, Eva will just go there. It'll be a decent place to stay for now.
Yeah, you notice that the sun is starting to set as it's starting to get darker in the area. Head on over to the inn.
I decide to follow, my curiosity also piqued, and job successfully unsecured.
Wonderful.
Unsecured.
Wonderful.
Aoife notices the dude with the lyre following her and just kind of like looks over at him And then looks back over. Continues walking. She's just a little weirded out.
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, no, you know all those times that people with...
I don't blame her.
You know, when you're just walking home from school and some random person with a lyre just starts following
And
you.
I'm the guy following her technically.
So yeah, they both walk in, one after the other. One of the cubes turns around and like looks at the tempo, and they're like, they just kind of also stare at him and then, like, follow him instead. Perhaps that one's interested in you.
Right, and
I wave at the cubes in a friendly manner.
It would probably wave back if it had hands, but alas, it does not. So it just kind of keeps looking at
kind
you.
of shakes one of its corners. Right, is Serval doing anything?
She's just gonna point at Tempo, because if you remember, session 1, he just left combat. She's just like, hey, I know you. You're the one who left us alone last night.
What can I say? I had a job. And school.
Well, the school is justified.
Aoife just kind of like looks at like just kind of a little bit incredulous that she heard this dude had school to go to. I don't know if she expected bard school or something, or like a liar school.
I mean, I think bard colleges do exist.
Bard college.
D&D
Really?
stuff.
Hold on, I gotta look that up later.
After all.
Bard college exists. Got
I'm
it.
getting my master's in ocarina playing.
Awesome.
Nice.
With Professor Zelda.
Hoping to learn how to turn back time 3 days.
Yeah, the
Neat.
moon's been looking awfully shifty recently. With that, the sun has set, is now pitch black outside, with the only light coming from the other buildings as they slowly turn off one by one.
So I think Aoife's got somewhere, has to probably pay for the inn, she figures, so she will walk over to the diver and ask if are you the innkeeper?
The diver talks through the mask. No, not. The egg is, though, and it points on over at the egg.
Okay, she walks over to the egg.
Alright.
Can I? Oh, I can move myself. Wait, awesome.
Yeah.
Alright.
Move the cube as well.
They are so small, my goodness. Okay,
Yeah.
now, she will ask, how much would a night be here?
And, did not think about how much. Alright, it sort of points at a, chalkboard that says that one night is, 5 gold pieces.
Oh, there's a sign. Okay, awesome. She's got a decent amount. So 105 will not be a problem. She pulls in another pocket in her bag. There's a bit of jingling going on in there, and she pulls out 5 favorites. Is that what we decided? Gold?
Let me
Hold up.
check.
Gold, right?
Yes.
Alright. You hand over the money and takes it and just slides open a drawer and drops the money in.
Boy, I hope that thing's locked. So where are these rooms up here?
It gestures to some stairs that are near the back of the room that lead up to a few rooms.
So there's a second floor here. Okay, awesome. She will head up then.
Alright.
One of the cubes sticks behind, still interested in this other dude over here. Yep, that's stairs.
Wonderful.
I also head over to the egg to get a room for the night.
Alright. It gestures to the sign again.
I pay him the 5 gold / follows.
Wait, where'd the stairs go? Oh.
Stairs.
Alright. It once again takes the money, it opens the drawer and drops it in. And then gestures to one of the rooms and hands you the key to your room.
Cube is still following him.
Yep. There's 2 of them there.
Circle still has the room that he had.
I glance at the cube, a bit confused as to why it's following me.
As you're all up in the rooms, you notice that the knight also walks upstairs to its own room. Alright. Is there anything else you're gonna do before you sleep for the night?
Not particularly. Aoife like finally looks behind and notices one of the cubes is missing, but she doesn't seem to mind. Presumably this happens a lot. The other cube has just kind of forgotten about Evo completely, and does not say anything to Tempo, but they might be friends. They might be imprinting on you a little bit. That's okay. It will help you if you need anything within a cube's powers, which is not very many.
Probably make a great like a moving nightstand or something. Put a cup on it and then brings it with you.
As long as it's not too heavy.
I'm not saying like put like a milk jug on it.
That might kill it.
Water. Alright. And with that, as you all go to sleep for the night, nothing eventful happens.
Thank goodness.
Actually, yeah, nothing eventful happens that night. What a big surprise.
Good.
Yeah. And dawn eventually dawns. And you all wake up and exit your rooms, and you notice that the people that were sitting at the tables before are still there.
They're still there.
Yeah, just with different meals than they had before. So if any of you are gonna do any last things in the inn, or...
Well, Aoife leaves the door open, and one of the cubes has already, like, started running down the stairs. And, walks over to, this fellow with the sunglasses over here. And, tries to get a look on the table at whatever he's eating right now.
Alright, it seems to be a plate of bacon and eggs.
Wow. It probably wishes it could eat. Unfortunately, they only take water.
Aww, sad.
They kind of like hop up a little bit as Servo walks down here.
Yeah, he just walks down, notice the cube, and he's just like, what's that doing there?
The other one is also following them, and boop, boop. Oh, that's too close. Personal space. Walks up to Serval anyway. Presumably also curious as to what she is eating, which is currently nothing.
She just came down here. And Tailster's just kind of confused as to why these cubes are here.
The thing kind of like walks around you a little bit.
Yeah, Tailster's just watching it walk around.
Is Teostra just like walking next to her, or do you carry it?
She mostly carries it like in her bag.
Yeah, awesome.
We just see like this tiny little lion plushie just poking its head out of the bag and just looking at the cube.
It's looking back too. Still weirdly hyper. But by this point, Aoife has noticed that the cubes are missing and walks down the stairs and notices one of them just like dancing around this lady right here. Just kind of watches it for a little bit. And just like grabs the cube as it like passes by again. Sorry about that.
Yoinked. Oh, it's fine. So, are these cubes like yours?
The cube does not like react as she's holding it. It just kind of like goes completely still. Kind of. They follow me.
Oh, I see.
Did you see another one?
Yeah.
The other cube is still behind the table. Oh, that's Tempo's entire room.
Yeah, she just kind of points in the general direction of the other cube. Oh, there it is.
She walks around and sees this cube absolutely fiending for that bacon and eggs, despite the fact that it again cannot eat. And also picks that one up too. So with both of those little guys secured, she probably needs some breakfast.
Yeah, we all need breakfast.
So she goes over to the egg and, with these guys in tow, and asks like, who should I ask for food here? Is it you?
It tries its best to kind of nod, but seeing as it doesn't really have a head, it's just kind of
Wobbling its
about
entire
it.
body.
Yeah. And then it walks into. It seems to open up a backpack, like one of the ones that you would see in a scratch editor, and it just pulls out some plates of food.
Are they like steaming hot still?
Somehow, yes.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
So yeah, she will take a plate of eggs, despite having no mouth. Don't know how that works, but she will go and walk over. Which of these squares is a table?
I just kind of put them wherever.
Okay, this is a table now.
That's what it is. All right.
And,
Yeah, Sybil also takes a plate of eggs. And just doesn't have really anywhere to go, so she just kind of goes up to Aoife's table.
while Aoife's eating,
No
she
one's
just
sitting
like,
here, right?
Aoife doesn't answer at first. She's busy like watching a plushie or something that has just scooted across the floor by itself for some reason, and looks back. No, she was a little dejected. No, you can sit here.
Yeah, alright.
She does not say anything more. Just kind of looks at the eggs.
He also just kind of starts running around because keep in mind, he's a plushie. Can't eat. So he's kind of just bored.
Alright, as you eat your meals, and seems like Tempo's making his way down as well, you hear the clanging of metal outside as to what can only be the night moving about, preparing to head off monster hunting.
So just stops running around and goes up to one of the windows. He's just curious as to what's going on outside. There's not much going on outside.
Presumably one of the cubes also heard that and jumps out of Aoife's hands.
Alright.
Oh, they can
see
stack.
the night-
Oh, this is huge. She looks over too.
They see the night with another being,
Oh.
and the night seems to be loading stuff into its bag,
Oh,
Aw, that's cute.
Yep.
Fire.
Kind of making sure that they have everything needed to head off trying to find the monster. While they're doing this, you notice that the knight does not let go of his sword at all. Not once.
interesting.
Interesting.
Aoife turns back and she just kind of asks, to no one in particular, but Serval's in earshot. Isn't the innkeeper an egg?
Yeah, she also notices what he was probably about to say.
Oh.
Questioning choices.
She
nods a little bit and just
You look over at the egg, and somehow it's like sweating bullets. There's sweat all over it somehow, despite it being an egg.
She kind of looks at the egg and just looks back and does not touch the rest of the plate. She just kind of lifts one of the cubes up onto the table and lets them like have a look at it.
That was just pretending she did not look at the egg.
As tempo comes down, Aoife notices the third cube behind him. Does not seem to react.
I grab some breakfast and make my way over to the table.
Alright then.
Making sure the little cube is still in sight.
Aw.
Must protect the cubes at all times.
Just make note of that. As you're all eating food, the doors of the inn open as the squire walks in and heads on over to the egg, grabs some breakfast, and then hurriedly runs out back to the knight and hands him a plate of food.
Weird.
And then it
Interesting.
runs back in and grabs itself a plate of food and then sits down at the table.
Oh. Aoife just kind of like turns to look at him. I'm sure the others are doing that too. Weird little guy.
Just kind of glances up at you all and then just quickly looks back at its food. It seems very frantic. It's just kind of shoveling the food into the void that is underneath the hood.
Can we help you with anything?
Just looks up at you and then glances at the door of the inn and then just looks back at its food and keeps just shoveling food in.
The cube on the table like hops over to the plate of eggs currently being destroyed and just hops back over.
And by the time you all are basically halfway done with your meals, it's done and it just rushes back out the door.
Nope.
Oh, there it goes.
The plate on Aoife's side of the table is still completely it's still completely full. She turns to Tempo and she's like, see, one of them's following you. Oh, that's okay. Just water them every so often.
And eventually you, of course, finish your meals. At least what you're willing to
Not
eat.
going to ask why, but good to know.
She nods and just says, just don't get too attached. And then heads up with the other cube in hand, and the other one follows her. And walks over to the egg guy again.
Looks back in the bag.
And starts talking to him, something about like the next town nearby or something.
One moment, let me have a look at the map. Okay, the nearest town. There isn't really a nearby town for a while. It's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. The best bet is going sort of northwest to go to Scratchfall City.
Oh, wow, okay. She kind of looks on for a minute and she's like, anywhere else?
It just kind of writes down on the chalkboard. All the other towns are even farther.
I guess that'll work. Not ideal, but thank you. And she starts to head on out. Seemingly has not noticed that these two are still out here, sorting through what I presume to be an atrocious amount of equipment.
Yeah, like they're. You can see they're putting like torches in the bag. They are just putting everything you could ever need on an adventure into the bag. You do also see you do also see the knight pull out a folded piece of parchment, unfolds it and quickly folds it back up as if trying to hide whatever's on it, and then quickly shoves it into the squire's bag.
As if nothing happened.
Eva has noticed that, and it sure looks a lot like the brochures and maps she's been carrying, at least from a distance. So she walks up and she's like, are you also trying to find the nearest place?
No, I was called in to deal with the local monster problem. Are you one of the people answering the ad that I put out?
She rummages through another pocket in her bag and pulls out the folded poster again. This one?
Yes, that one. Are you coming along? And then looks and notices Serval and Tempo and gestures to them as well. Are you also coming?
Eva has only just noticed that these two have walked up behind her, and maybe possibly second guesses her choice. But if it'll get me somewhere, then sure.
Well,
I kind of don't have anything to do. So.
It's the nearby woods, but there might be somewhere in there. People haven't really stayed in there too long because of the obvious monster problem.
Oh. So, is all that equipment for hunting?
We also have some places to stop by after we kill the monster, but would be the end of your job, at least.
I mean the equipment, all the stuff you have.
Yeah, I was saying, it's for the places we have to visit after killing the monster.
Interesting. So is this your job?
No, it's just something I'm doing recently. I've heard of these pretty large monsters that have been sort of showing themselves a bit more recently. We call them elder sprites. They aren't the friendliest. They seem to be somehow powered up versions of common sprites you might see around.
I wonder why.
The cubes presumably did not like this. They kind of dash behind her for a second. Just kind of like, peer around her ankles.
Elsa's just also gone in her bag completely. No head, just I'm out.
It's like, yeah, according to my research, there's 3 of these things, but they're all quite a distance away. I've started here since it's the one I was able to track down. The others, I still have no idea where they are. But if you're all ready, then we can go and try to find this thing. Try to stop its rampage.
Aoife kind of like raises her hand a little bit. Only 3?
Yeah, there's only 3 of them. As far as we know.
No secret wolf?
She lowers her hand again. And turns to the cubes that are like still behind her ankles and just picks both of them up, one in each hand.
Alright then. Well, without further ado, let's get going.
Go.
Also, who's that fella next to you? They sure eat eggs really fast.
Oh, this is Squire. He doesn't like spending a lot of time doing anything that isn't his job. Bit odd. It seems a bit unhealthy, honestly.
I can imagine.
Then the two of them start walking towards the end of the towards the edge of the town. Where if you look out beyond the town, you see a small, well, not small. It's not large, but it's not small either. It's just a medium forested area that does seem to get pretty dark the further in you get.
As they're walking, Aoife turns to Serval and asks, "So that lion of yours, is that like a? How does that work?"
Oh, he's just
She's never seen.
a little lion. Just a lion I rescued.
Are they
a while
usually
back.
are they usually that small?
Oh, you don't see these guys a lot anymore.
I haven't.
It's just dodging the fact that Elsa was rescued from the trash.
The trash. Huh. Okay.
As you're all heading into the woods, you're walking for quite some time. It seems. It is around noon, actually, when you. Let me bring you into place. When you find what seems to be the broken remains of a campsite. It just seems to be completely abandoned as you approach.
Double just takes a look around camp. Just looking inside the tents as well. Nothing is hiding from her view.
You look inside the tent, and yeah, it seems like whoever was here just left. You do see some gashes in the sides of the tents, but as if something just tunneled its way in from outside the tents. And the knight says, "This was clearly the work of the Elder Sprite. We have to move quickly, or else more things like this will happen. I'm gonna need you all to roll me some perception checks."
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Alright.
Um,
Perception. Where is it? Same as perception. There it is. Nine. That's horrible.
that's a D20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, do I actually need to like? Hold on.
Oh, if you go to your character sheet and roll 20,
Character sheet.
should be right next
Oh.
to the chat icon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I can just click on perception.
Yep.
Wait, awesome. Okay.
Me too.
Right. So, tempo and dang, how to pronounce your character's name? Even though we've said it a bunch at this point.
Aoife?
Yeah, Aoife. There we go. Tempo and Aoife, you notice some shadowy-looking figures stalking the edges of the campsite.
Are there people here? Yes.
Huh? Double's just confused. What do you mean, people? We're in the middle of the woods.
I mean, so are we. But there was something out there. I couldn't tell how big it was, though.
Yeah, from what you could tell, there were about 5-ish humanoids circling the camp.
Are they friendly? That's the question.
Are they friendly? I can't tell. They're keeping their distance.
So you see one of the figures start to move into the open a bit easier to see, and it just is sort of making very raspy voices, sort of as it steps forward out of the trees.
Uh-oh.
Keep your
Uh-oh.
weapons close, everyone, just in case.
Oh boy, look at this fella.
Probably.
Aoife pulls what looks like a tent pole out of her bag. The cubes do nothing. They just kind of like jump out and hide behind the campfire.
Alright, and as they're hiding, you notice that from a few more trees, you notice a few more of these creatures walk out of the brush and bramble.
That's all 5 of them.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
she turns to me. Did you know about these?
No, I didn't. These are new. I haven't seen these things before.
Okay. She just kind of like squints a little bit, like okay, like.
If you want, you can roll an insight check to see if he's lying or not.
Let's see here. I will do that actually. You can do a d20. Oh, okay. Well, she seems to believe him.
And
Is this
after the
sorry, continue.
what were you saying?
I was gonna ask if the squire's good at fighting, but I don't know. I don't know. They seem kind of
No, they aren't.
darn.
So
Oh,
after they made themselves known, the corrupted, as they're called, they just kind of stand there staring at you all. They don't seem to be doing anything else. They're just watching. And if you want, you can all roll me another perception check.
Alright, let's do this.
Sure thing.
And I have horrible luck today.
Alright, so Aoife notices, at first hears a bit of moving of metal as she looks over and notices the knight sort of do some sort of hand gesture, and then the corrupted just kind of meander back into the woods.
What was that?
What was what?
They just. What was that you pulled out?
I don't know what on earth you're talking about.
Can I roll an insight?
Yeah.
Alright. This might not end well. Nope. Okay.
Right, yeah, he seems to not know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now,
So
if
then,
we're done with whatever that was, we have a monster to find.
do you know what those things are? At least.
I don't know. They all I can tell is that their code did not seem right. Did not seem finished.
No. So you said the elder sprite was in here somewhere?
Yeah, I think it's just a bit further in. I'm not sure. You can see him sort of look on the ground for footprints or anything that would indicate where it is.
So actions are free here, right?
Yeah, since we are not in combat.
Okay. Aoife will use primeval awareness then,
Oh,
Ooh.
which senses any creatures within 1 mile of me or 6 miles if I'm in my favorite terrain, which I am.
all right. So
This does not reveal their
All right.
location or number. It just like, is there something here or not?
Yeah, they're... So, does Lake tell you what direction they're in? Or...
No, it's just like, it's just a sense.
Yeah, there is something nearby.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think that tells me how far away it is. Which, yeah. Okay, then there's definitely something here. She turns.
Come on, you can roll a survival check to see if you can figure out where it is.
Oh. I forget how good her survival is. Oh, okay. Nope. No.
Does anyone
She
else
looks a
wanna
little frustrated. Still nothing.
I'm also gonna roll survival.
Might as well.
But we'll just roll survival.
Oh.
Alright, so Tempo, you actually notice what seems to be just a small trail of insects snaking into the forest as they just sort of weave back and forth between grass blades. And they all seem to be going in the same direction,
Uh-oh.
which is just further into the forest.
Hey, nighty night. What's up with these bugs?
I'm not sure, but I have heard that this Elder Sprite has to do with insects, so perhaps following those wouldn't be a bad idea to figure out where they are.
Yeah, let's follow them.
Great.
As you're walking along, you're not sure if you're just being paranoid or not, but you swear that you can still faintly hear those corrupted creatures that had encircled the camp a little bit ago, just faintly off in the distance.
Aoife will keep her hand on the tent pole, but oh, hold on. We got one other little guy that needs to come with. Hold on. There we go.
I ready my lyre for magic and smacking.
As you continue to follow the snaking path of bugs deeper into the forest, you seem to notice that they are just kind of circling around in a clearing.
What kind of bugs are these anyway?
Roll me a nature check.
A nature check. Oh, got it. Oh.
Can't really tell. It seems to just be a mixture of various, bright insects.
A whole bunch of different insects. Interesting.
I was rolling nature, I guess. Nature, where the
Yeah, no idea either.
nature? Yeah, I have no idea either.
You
They're just
don't know what
bugs.
these are. These could be anything.
Odd to see them
Just
all
bug.
working odd to see them all working together.
Although you do see that there are more beetles than there are of any of the other kinds.
One of the cubes just like wanders away and starts like following the bugs in the circle.
That's totally safe.
And as it's sort of circling with the insects, and more insects start to gather, and you start to notice the ground starts to shake
Uh-oh.
as a hole
Oh, no.
appears in the ground, in the center of the circle of bugs. As one moment, that ready real quick.
Get out of there. Run, Cube.
See a giant beetle
Uh-oh.
burst out of the ground.
That is giant.
Oh.
Oh my. That is giant.
The cube only just realizes what has appeared in the middle and just like takes off.
Yeah, that's when all the bugs, except for some of the beetles that were circling in the center, just scatter immediately into the forest. Well,
Oh,
I think we found one of your elder sprites.
I think we indeed have. Roll me initiative.
Let's go, guys. Murder.
wait, hold on. Do you have battle music for this guy?
Yeah, I will pull it up once I get everything
Oh,
set
awesome.
up for the battle.
Okay. Awesome.
And
Is it Dung Defender?
I have
Imagine if it is.
that one. And those are all the smaller.
White Defender? God home?
Andrew's just gonna keep guessing Hollow Knight music until he gets it.
I only have selected non-copyright.
I've been
music.
playing a lot of Hollow Knight.
I haven't played that game
Yeah.
at all.
It's
good.
peak.
You should play it.
Yeah, I probably should. I think I have it for free with PS Plus. So
Yo.
As should you, loyal viewers.
He's speaking.
That's the going on
we are
video.
speaking directly to you. Download the bug game, if at all possible,
Play the bug game.
before Silk Song comes out.
all right, so
Maybe this guy is
That
holding Silk
all
Song
set up.
hostage.
Or the Hollow Knight will appear in your room at 3 a.m.
All right, big bug.
The music's good.
Yeah.
all right, it is going to leap forward on top of. It will hop over there on top of
Oh,
the knight tempo, and I need both of them. A strength or dexterity save. So the knight passed, tempo did not. So that means tempo is now knocked forward. Yeah, you are now broken.
Oh, spaghetti, oh.
oh, what? Do you mind turning down the music volume a little bit?
Oh yeah.
You can do it. You can also do it in settings as well.
My stream volume actually
It's
isn't set because I'm using two different audio devices for this.
Alright, so tempo is gonna take 11 damage and the knight is
Ooh.
only gonna take 5. And with that, it is now the knight's turn. Okay, so the knight is gonna go and try to attack the beetle. I think he hit. Trust me.
11 is
Yeah, that's-
crazy.
These
Knight is crazy.
stats. I'm just using some stats from the monster manual here, and oh my goodness, this is not what I expected. Alright,
Knight is just good.
alright, so it did 14
How
damage.
much health does the bug have?
Oh yeah.
Right, I cannot tell you that.
Oh okay.
Just keep hitting it until it dies.
When the knight raises up his weapon to attack the beetle, you notice that it glows a bit green before he hits the thing.
Wait, we all noticed that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
As it deals an additional 19 damage.
Good gravy.
Wow.
And with that, it is now Tempo's turn.
Can I back up at all?
Yes, but it will get an attack of opportunity on you. Unless you're able to distract it in some way.
Can I use invisibility on myself?
Oh, you have that spell? Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah, you cast it on yourself and you are now invisible. And you're able to just walk away freely.
I now back away while that buggy son of a bug is confused as to where I went.
It just kind of stares blankly at where you were, just kind of trying to do the calculations in its head as to what could have possibly happened.
Confused bug.
In that case, we are going on to
I don't like-
Sprites'
Hmm.
turn. I should have said, when combat started, the squire immediately ran and hid behind a tree.
Of course.
Wow. There we go. Sword burst.
Of course. Does that... Oh, it looks like I have to make a dex check, too.
Yeah, run.
And
Alright, let me do that.
I'll also roll the damage.
Okay. Aoife just, like, barely jumps out of the way.
That's a good way to make an impression of yourself. Just almost hit someone with a sword.
Alright, I don't think the beetle made it.
I mean, it's massive.
Yeah. What's it gonna do? Do a somersault to get away? In that case, we're going to Aoife's turn.
Let's see here. What do I have? So I can move 40 feet. And that's walking speed is like per turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Aoife does not know where Tempo has just gone. She will... Let's see, 1, 2, 3... She will hop around over to the other side of the beetle, presumably not wishing to repeat another sword burst incident, and go in with her tent pole, question mark, that is actually a quarterstaff.
Alright.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Okay, can I take that back? She, like, looks at her quarterstaff for a second, realizes that the beetle is, like, covered in armor, and, pulls out a dagger out of her book bag instead.
Alright.
Let's see if that can do anything.
Yeah, 10 does not hit the...
It just kind of, like... She's not aiming well enough.
Bonk.
It just kind of, like, bonks into the armor.
Alright, in that case, it's the normal beetles. Alright, so... That one's gonna run up to... that one. That one's just gonna make it there. They don't look
Uh-oh.
That one goes to the serval. So there's gonna be 2 attacks on Aoife. First one... Does a 16 beat your armor class?
Hold on, let me check. The answer is probably, but... Armor class is 12. Or +1 when armored, which I think she is right now, so that'd be 13. Still beats it.
Alright, that's 1 damage.
Ah.
I mean, it's a beetle. What can it do?
Bite me really hard. And it kind of
Second
sucks.
attack, what is your armor?
15. She is not well armored, clearly.
It can crush you like with me.
That's 1 more damage.
Now, she's down to, I think... Yeah, 11 right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's gonna be an attack on the serval. But I don't think a 2 beats your armor class.
It does not.
It's gonna be the Elder Beetle, and it is going to try to bite serval.
gonna be painful.
Oh,
Yep, that's being her AC.
great. 11 damage.
Good gravy.
Ow.
How much is she at right now?
Look, I'm zooming. 10.
Oh,
Alright, with that, it's back to the knight. Alright, so yeah, the knight is going to throw a health potion over at Serval. Just sort of
Nope.
basically throw it at the ground beneath her so that she gets the health without getting blast shards on her.
does that have like an area of
That's
effect?
potion moment.
No, it's, he's throwing it like right there, so it would just hit those 4 species.
Okay, cool.
It's the Minecraft splash potion.
Alright, as long as it doesn't hit the beetle, we're chill.
And the knight, that's the end of his turn, so we're going back over to Tempo.
He's still invisible. Avoiding combat.
Seems to be a common pattern.
I cast Firebolt at the beetle.
Alright. Alright, 9 does not hit.
Slowly back up a bit more.
Alright then.
Stop running away. Running away from everything.
Alright.
That we are back to Serval.
Not
just
running.
do some-
Tactical maneuvering while remaining on the field of battle.
Let me just measure some stuff. How big is 60 feet? Wait, that's 60 feet is massive.
Yeah, 60 feet is pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna be bothered to calculate that because I'm pretty sure it's all going to hit. My name. Oh no. There it is. Fairy fire. And now let me just figure out how big this is gonna be. That's gonna cover the entire forest.
Oh my goodness.
So you just kind of see her, like, pull up the screen in front of her, type some stuff in, and now all the beetles are outlined in, like, violet light.
Oh, interesting.
And that is literally all she can do.
Alright then. Over to Ethan's turn.
Aoife is presumably still being accosted by these two tiny bugs, as she will. So what I will actually do is command to this one cube that is with me to dash into out here, just so, like, presumably to get the beetle's attention away from her. I don't remember how far dash goes. Is that like 20 feet?
Dash doubles your move.
Okay. What movement did I give the cubes? 35. Okay, so they could go 70 feet, which is out of the forest probably. So it will like go over here and just leaping through the grass. And behind this one tree over here. We'll see if that works. I think she's just gonna, like, try and go in with the dagger again. Let's see. Other dagger button, come forth.
Other dagger button come forth.
Alright, yeah, 15 hits.
That's going in quotes.
Should I? Oh, and then I click the normal dagger button. Okay, 5.
Alright, yeah, 5 damage. At this point, it looks very badly injured. It is not doing too well.
I mean, I would imagine it's not doing well.
Yeah, but what I mean is, you can tell it's getting low on health. These beetles are all just gonna turn around on the spot and start heading towards the cube. And actually, Serval, you get an attack of opportunity on that beetle, and
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Uffy, you get Aoife. I mean, not Aoife. You can get an attack of opportunity on either one of those.
Either one.
But
Yeah, I'll also do that. Is that just...
dagger.
Just roll to hit with one of your weapons.
Can I do bludgeoning damage with the dagger, which is just smacking it like it's a fly swatter?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I assume I get the same... Do I get the same rolls for that?
Close. Yeah.
No.
Alright. So 4 does not hit, but the 9 does. So
He just like smacks it into the grass.
they do not hit the cube because they don't know what the heck it is. They're just kind of staring
Good.
at it, trying to figure out what it is. Alright, and with that, we are back to the Elder Beetle. It is going to try to burrow under the ground,
Oh.
but with that,
I can't do that.
yeah, attack of
Hold up.
opportunity from everyone next to it.
Oh.
Yep, let's beating it up.
Yo.
Stab it.
7 does
Stab.
not hit. Right.
26, wow.
Alright, so does 7 damage. And it burrows underground and then pops up just over here.
Aoife's face is covered
It ran
in dirt.
away.
With that, we are at the knight. Alright, you see him point his sword over at this sort of swarm of bugs over there as a ball of just green, what seems to be code, comes flying out, and basically almost all those bugs are just disintegrated.
Wow.
The cube isn't?
No, it was just outside the range. Along
Okay.
with one beetle.
Wow.
And with that, it is Tempo's turn.
And according to the description of Fairy Fire, any attack roll against an affected creature or object at advantage if the attacker can see it. So use that as you will.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. So yeah, you would have rolled twice for all the hit rolls and taken the higher option.
Yeah, well. I think Aoife missing a single beetle with a dagger is better option here.
Yeah. I mean, bugs do be like that. You're just trying to hit it, but then, you know.
I maneuver myself my way to a spot where I can cast Firebolt without hitting Serval, then cast Firebolt.
Oh yeah, where is...
Please don't hit me.
And don't hit Tiastra either.
I mean, he's still in the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah. He literally can't do anything in combat. So just made it so whatever levels in combat, Taylor just immediately hides in the backpack. He's not having any of this. Combat? No thanks.
Firebolt is not it.
Well, that went poorly.
Does it just like zing off into the forest and set another tree on fire?
Yeah,
Yeah, would
you've made Smokey the Bear very upset.
Awesome.
And
well, now that tree's on fire. That's totally fine.
yeah, with that, we are now on to Serval's turn.
I think I should still be able to hit it from here. Serval just takes out her crossbow. And she's just gonna shoot at the beetle. Crossbow.
Alright, yeah, that hits.
Yep, that doesn't hit.
Nice.
5 damage. Alright, with that,
Oh.
it goes straight into the eye of this thing as
Whoa.
it stumbles a bit and falls to the ground. You have now defeated the Elder Beetle.
Go.
Yippee!
We are out of initiative.
The other cube, seemingly none well too aware of what happened, just kind of hops back over, stops for a moment, and takes a look at this giant beetle just lying on the ground.
Alright.
And she will kind of follow it.
Yeah, Sabo's just gonna stare at this giant beetle she just
Also, this
We just
other
killed.
cube that was here the whole time can.
Alright, so as you're all looking at it, I would like you all to make me a perception check.
Yo.
perception. So finally, a good perception roll.
Alright, so Servalin noticed between sort of two of the armor plates of the beetle, there seems to be something sparkling, just sort of showing some sort of almost rainbow shine.
Is it like wrenched in there?
Yeah, it seems something seems to be lodged in there.
Hold on.
Yeah, she's just trying to take it out. Which I don't. Considering it's wedged in there, it's not going to be easy. Let me just roll strength. She's not pulling it out there.
So Eva manages to pull it out.
She kind of winces, like getting her hand in there. It's kind of tough. Her fingers are a little big, and tries not to look at the beetle's face while she does so, and pulls out something. Interesting.
Interesting.
Oh. Go here.
Pull out.
Ooh,
Yeah, you pull that out as it seems to just the lighting on it almost changes color as you tilt it in the sunlight.
How did this get in here?
You hear the knight say, "Oh, that's probably why the beetle was that big and violent." If you would, could you hand it here, please?
That's his exit out.
X.
Yeah, thank you. Saba goes up to the knight and she kind of like asks him about his sword. She's just very interested in how it works.
Oh, you see, As you ask that, the air around him sort of starts to glitch green, and you see his armor start to change color as the area around his eyes starts to darken. As now before you stands Trojan. As he is now shifted from being the knight.
Saba just takes a step back.
Blacksmith to make it for me. I heard about this old weapon, and would you look at that you made it?
He just points at Trojan and is like, "We like trust this guy, or no?"
Efo's already on the edge, to be honest.
Heck if I know.
So you know what this piece is. What is it?
It's part of something called the compass. It can help me find something that will help me save all of Scratch.
Where have I heard
Saba just
that
takes
before?
one of the Saba just takes one of the biggest size you can ever see from a person. She's just shaking her head.
Oh, don't worry, your services are no longer required. You just hand that over. I'm more than willing to save Scratch from here. All I needed was just some help finding this first build.
Why'd you need our help anyway? You found this place just fine, and your combat skills.
The place was being... The creature was... And, to be honest, I wanted someone to know that about the quest that I'm embarking on. Just so that it can be documented in some way. After all, heroes become legend.
I was just still pressing X to doubt. Because she still thinks that artifacts like the Universal Storage Shield shouldn't be in the hands of people. She knows danger.
Now, if you please, hand over the shard.
Actions are free when you're not in combat, right?
Correct.
Alright. I got an idea. It's a little sudden, but she takes a look at the little compass shot in Eva's hand. Pulls out a screen again. Stop typing stuff on it. See her typing away at stuff.
Alright, what are you typing?
Look like pieces of code. That's how I imagine like several cast a spell. Just yeet.
Alright then.
Yeet.
A 10-foot square.
Now let me just enter a point within range.
So where
So
are
let me
you
just
casting?
pull up this. Let me just pull up ruler. Where 10 foot within range. I think it
10 foot would be a 5-block range.
be like there.
Yeah.
Sprint.
So
So she
hold on.
finishes typing. Suddenly the ground is now grease.
Hold on, let me get this tech save done.
Dex saves for the Squire and Trojan done.
I don't think Pebble
somehow-
needs to make a.
Despite stepping directly into the pile of grease as she's walking, it doesn't seem to make a difference.
Right, so the Squire is prone, and Trojan is fine.
And Pebble's just gonna stop running.
Uh,
We're just gonna run with the compass, guys.
I have the compass.
Kind of just like gesturing for the others to follow as he just runs off.
As you're running, you hear the Trojan shout, and as he's pointing the blade at you,
Get them rotate.
as out
Can I-
from the trees comes the 5 corrupted from before. As they are basically they are sprinting on all fours, just barreling. towards-
Horrifying. That is horrifying.
Can I interject? Can I ask Trojan something?
Yeah.
How are you saving Scratch? What does that blade do?
It's able to store large amounts of code onto it. Whether it's appearances or even just have someone speaking. In this case, I'm gonna store all of Scratch's. Recently, I've seen a great change coming and destroy us all. But I believe I can save it by simply storing us all away.
Something about the Great Change being mentioned. Hits,
What
hits
kind of
Aoife
tech would
like a
that
truck.
So Trojan sees that Aoife sort of has a reaction when he says "great change." Just sort of says,
I see you're familiar with the concept. Then you must know that it's not something that should arrive.
I do. So she pulls out the compass piece again. One condition.
That be
Leave my friends alone. And if we can travel with you.
they agree to either stay out of the way or help.
Sorry, what was that?
As long as they agree to either stay out of the way or help.
And she hears this. And yeah, let us come with, and I will give you this.
Alright, got yourself a help.
She hands. She kind of walks over Squire, who is like still trying to get himself out of the grease, and gives the knight the piece.
All right.
Now, can you get those creatures out of here?
Of course. Tell me my corrupted.
And with that, they all just sort of shamble back on over to Trojan and just kind of stand there. You notice that one of the corrupted seems to be wearing what would be a blacksmith's attire, and sort of just loosely holding a hammer in one of its hands.
That's interesting.
Hang on. Is that the missing blacksmith?
Well, I would call him missing, now would I? We know he's right there, don't we? He was guarding
Wait.
telling me it was dangerous to try to store away all the scratches in your replica.
So that's what happened.
So that's. Ah.
That was.
So I decided to store most of it away out.
So when people are stored in this blade, they turn into corrupted.
As long as I don't absorb all of their code.
Aoife kind of looks at the corrupted, doesn't say anything.
Huh. Neat.
All right. So with that, Trojan just sort of grabs Squire by the backpack and sort of hoists him up so he's standing.
A lot of carrying minions today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trojan just sort of mutters something as he's about to walk away.
And here was ready to kill you all if you ran away with the shard, but what a happy surprise.
And he just sort of starts walking away with Squire and the corrupted close behind.
They're just leaving.
Aoife kind of tags along here for a second. Where are you going next?
If I find a clear shots of sunlight, the reflections on this shard will show me where the next elder.
I see. And she lets him go.
All right. So they just start
They just
walking
leave.
off.
Yeah. Devil's just waiting for them to just completely leave.
They walk off back in the direction of the town. And now it's
Gone?
just you three and the cubes.
Yeah. Devil just kind of like turns around to others. He just like kind of like asks like, "You guys know about the Great Change?"
I've heard of a great ruin, but not a change.
No, not again.
So she double checks to make sure Trojan is fully gone. Gone? Good.
Yeah, he is fully gone.
Yeah. She takes off the backpack, swings it around, puts it on the ground. She opens it. A very scared Telstra just jumps out, running around in fear. I think the elder beetle just traumatized him. Sticks around for a bit, and she pulls out a mysterious shield.
What is that?
She hands it to Aoife. Touch it.
She picks it up. I don't know how heavy that thing is. I'm kind of tempted to give her a strength check. How heavy? How bad is the shield?
As you grab it, it seems to sort of make itself light enough for you to carry, as if it's just changing its weight for whoever is using it.
It's got the same colors, huh? Where'd you find this?
It's a long story.
Long story. You don't think...
But as you're holding the shield, can you make me a wisdom save real quick?
Yup. Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks, D20. Very cool.
Alright. So, Serval and Tempo, you see Aoife's eyes just sort of go completely blank as, like, her eyes roll into the back of her head.
No.
As Aoife, you are shown a vision, similarly to what was described last session of just... you see all of Scratch before you, just existing as a humanoid figure. The shadow of a humanoid is cast over it, and everything starts to shift and change. But then, as that's happening, you see a red symbol get burned into the land itself, and you come back to reality with just that symbol still burned in your mind.
Oh.
And you, of course, recognize this.
A little bit. She doesn't seem to react all that much. Did you see that?
The weird, ominous vision from the shield
Yes.
before.
Before.
What?
Double takes the shield and then hands it to Tempo. See for herself.
Welp, you only code once. I take the shield.
Alright, so Tempo, you grab the shield. You're shown a similar vision, except the red symbol isn't there when you see the vision.
Hot Belgian waffles.
Hot Belgian waffles, indeed.
Did you want some?
Tempo just yoinks the shield back. Puts it back in the bag. Close the bag. Brings the bag out of
Hold
herself.
on, be right back, real life thing.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Tempo's still passed out.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Tempo just wanders off into the forest for a little bit.
No.
Is he alright?
He just has a bathroom break.
I don't blame him. That
I mean,
did you saw?
everyone just
you
got
saw
traumatized.
you saw the same thing, right?
Same thing.
The symbol too.
Huh? What?
You didn't see it.
I didn't see it. A symbol.
You should hold on to that shield for now. I don't think if she kind of like trips over her words a whole bunch of times. It's clear something's wrong. Either that or we get rid of it. If they're after it, then
I'm keeping
I
it.
can't. Okay. Just be careful. Okay. I can't have that keep happening.
We just straight up traumatized the entire party just with the shield.
Oh, don't worry.
More like
There's
digging up
plenty
some
more
old
trauma
stuff.
to come.
So you didn't see the A.
Yeah. Wait, what? A.
It's a symbol of where I grew up.
where did you grow up anyways?
Far off, I couldn't tell you where, but I made a choice, and I think it's led me all this way, but compared to what they're planning, then it's not good. Stuff is bad.
Yeah?
If the great change really does win out, then all that will in fact come to pass. I've heard about it many times over. Too much.
Just imagining as you're saying this, you're sort of having a flashback to one of Father Ander's sermons, just going crazy.
And the same symbol is burned onto his head. Strange man.
Running from yeah.
So
Okay. Running from the past is a mood.
I'm sorry about I'm sorry about giving him the compass. We'll find a way to free those corruptions, or if he can get their code completely, then it's preferable to whatever the great change is up to. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Abel is just thinking to herself. Yeah, I'll forgive you.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, one of the cubes is inspecting the bag again. How long is
Seville
that guy?
kind of just holds the hand out.
Oh.
Yeah, Seville holds the hand out. I don't think I've introduced myself. The name's Seville.
Serval. Aoife, and she takes it.
Friendship.
Aoife does not let go yet. She just kind of like goes over to the tree where Tempo was, and she's like, "So how long is he gonna take anyway?"
Imagining Aoife walks over to check up on him and he's just gone.
Oh.
Completely vanished without a trace.
Okay then. She kind of walks back over. He's gone again. How does he do that?
I don't know.
Great. So what did Trojan say? Or sorry, I don't know that name. What did that knight say before he left? Where his voice was rather odd. I don't know if you got some more words. He said he was going somewhere about sunlight.
Sunlight.
As
What does
you're
that
sort
mean?
of, pondering what has occurred, you hear some screams coming from the direction of the town.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe,
Oh, no.
maybe we have to go find him right now.
Yeah, let's run over here. Maybe leave Tempo behind.
I'm sure he'll find.
We don't even know where he is.
He'll find his way back. And if not,
Okay, I'm back.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, good, he's back.
Hi, Tempo. The town's on fire. Oh. Serval has seemingly like glazed her eyes over. Aoife walks up to Tempo and, seemingly cognizant of the fact that she has not introduced herself to anyone, says, "I'm Aoife. We gotta get out of here, like right now."
I'm Tempo, and yeah, we probably do.
She kind of like looks for a second of like kind of processing that the music guy's name is Tempo, and she starts heading off.
Wait,
Oh, and immediately walks back.
Do you think you have enough cubes to carry Miss Unconscious over there, just in case?
Hold on. What did I get? What strength did I put the cubes at? They hear Carrie. Or Aoife's like, okay, we'll try it. Can you carry can you carry Serval? And the cubes have apparently picked up on their names by now. They kind of like crowd under her. I don't know where the third one went. It'll probably turn up later. And they kind of like wedge under her feet or something. Oh,
Sorry guys,
right
back.
Right as she wakes up.
This quote was being annoying.
Oh.
We forgot to bring Cube 3 over to this scene because we forgot to move him out of the inn.
Okay.
Yeah, I was realizing that
Phew.
as I was setting up the town for the next scene.
He's probably still with us, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just say
them
he's
just staying in the inn is
gonna
funny.
top.
Okay, so
Alright. So you all start heading back to town, and as you arrive, you notice that everyone is just sort of hiding along the edge of the buildings, just sort of watching as they see the corrupted and Trojan and the Squire just marching through the town. And some of them are just looking at the one that wearing the blacksmith's clothes in just utter horror.
things are happening.
Trojan sort of
I'm-
stops in the middle of town, and he just kind of says,
You know, more help would be helpful.
and he just sort of points his sword in the air as he starts absorbing some of the code from the onlookers. Mainly the ones at the inn, since they're the closest. And he's
While he's doing that, Aoife's gonna like kind of start walking up to him.
so you walk on up to him.
Oh, okay. I finished walking up to him
And
while he is doing something terrible to the inn people, probably. And,
as you get closer, you start to notice all the distinguishing features of the inn patrons just sort of start to vanish. The code around them starts to glitch out.
I sure love this code connection problem. Roll20 is also kind of having issues right now. The map isn't
Sometimes
updating.
after a while.
can't believe Trojan is messing with Roll20.
He's
Yep.
absorbing the code of the site. No. I was thinking I should probably end the session soon anyways.
Aoife
Or
goes up
we
to
just
him.
leave it on a cliffhanger.
Ooh,
Yeah, I was hoping to
we could do
leave it
that.
on a cliffhanger.
That's also an option.
I'll leave that up to you.
So that way we can get an alive Magenta and Noon.
Noon.
Yeah,
We need
and
an alive
noon
noon.
would be quite nice. Alright, so yeah, with that we will end the session with Trojan using the blade to absorb the code from the inn patrons and the
Oh boy.